Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. A 12-year-old listener, Aaron, wrote in and called in, but it turns out we can't legally broadcast callers under age 13. Dear Get It Done Guy, I've already listened to your fantastic Email Zen podcast, to your quick and dirty email backlog podcast, and to your other great email management podcasts. Gee, is this email to Bernice? But I still have a major problem. Spam from Facebook and news sites. I tried making folders, deleting everything, spam, and that handy move all that bothersome mail from that same old constipated email address to that same old helpful folder. But, sigh, nothing works. Please fish me out of that sea of Facebook, CNN, Superwall, MSNBC, Jetman, the Boston Globe, and Speed Racer emails. A devoted 12-year-old listener, Aaron. Thanks for writing in, Aaron. The quick and dirty tip is to listen to this whole episode because it can't be summarized in a sentence. This podcast is sponsored by GoToMeeting.com. You can use GoToMeeting to save time with meetings by meeting virtually, sharing screens, and talking on a shared conference line. If your team is distributed around the country or the world, or even just the building, try it out for free at GoToMeeting.com/podcast. I've been using email since I was your age, actually. But back then, there was no such thing as spam. Well, there was, but it was a tasty meat product you could slice, fry up with butter, and eat in blissful ignorance of the health consequences. Spam the Meat is alive and well at spam.com, where you can browse all 13 varieties and even learn how tiny amounts of sodium nitrate keep spam looking tasty pink. Electronic spam isn't as tasty, but it also comes in several varieties. Each variety needs its own solution. First, kill lots of spam by setting your email preferences on Facebook and social sites to send only the updates you want. Facebook drives me nuts. I want messages from friends, but none of this, Bernice strokes her chin and playfully plucks out a chin hair. To pluck one of her chin hairs, click here. And excuse me, I loaned Bernice $100 for an electrolysis appointment. She shouldn't have any more chin hairs. Scour the settings menu for words like email, privacy, and notification preferences, and turn off everything but what you want. Once you've done that, it's time to get serious about spam. Serious idea number 1. Have a public and a private email address. Give the private one to friends and use the public one to sign up for Facebook, CNN, etc. You can ignore your public email for weeks, scan it when you have time, or nuke it if you don't. I use Gmail from my public address. It has great spam filtering, and if someone marks a message as spam, Gmail filters that message from everyone, but only mark real spam as spam. If you're tired of the Great Wines of Western Florida newsletter filling your inbox, please unsubscribe properly. Making it spam could block it from reaching Gmail readers who do want it. And as a newsletter publisher myself, it's really a bummer to know that people want my newsletter, but it's blocked because of sloppy spam tagging. Having public and private email addresses isn't perfect. There are viruses that will discover your private email address in a friend's address book or inbox and send your address to a spammer through no fault of your own. Serious idea number 2, the quick back and forth. Sometimes you want a quick one-time use email address. You just bought a new camera and want to download the manual. The manufacturer demands your name, your dog's name, and an email address, and they'll email you a link to download the manual that really should have been included in the first place so you can use their darned product. For this, use mailinator.com. That's mailinator.com. It's free. You just make up an email address you can use instantly. You can retrieve emails sent to that address from the web or an RSS feed with no password. Messages get purged every couple of hours, so it's good for quick transactions. For example, give the email address christhephotographer@mailinator.com. The camera company sends a download link, you do the download, and then ignore the address forever. Or keep giving out Chris the Photographer, but only check the inbox when you know something important's about to arrive. Serious idea number 3. The no-commitment relationship. Sometimes you want a few messages and you don't want them to vanish. For that, spamgourmet.com is your answer. With Spam Gourmet, you also make up email addresses, but incoming messages forward to your personal email account. The made-up address magically deactivates after 3 incoming messages. If you like what's coming in, you can go in and set the address not to deactivate. When I enter a contest or a drawing where they announce the winner by email, I use Spam Gourmet. Serious idea number 4, for techies only. If you own your own domain, here's a neat trick. This one's more complicated, but lots of fun. Have your domain forward all incoming email to your Gmail account. Then, when giving company X your email address, give them the address X at your domain. For example, when I register at Amazon.com, I give the email address Amazon@mydomain.com. Then, if Amazon sells my name and I start getting spam to that address, I just make a Gmail filter to auto-delete all messages sent to Amazon@mydomain.com. I actually use a second-level domain like mail.mydomain.com, and spammers can't even know the domain exists since second-level domains aren't listed. To recap, set your preferences whenever possible so you don't get email. Then use separate public and private email addresses for friends and everyone else. Mailinator.com and spamgourmet.com can be used for super temporary addresses that won't clog your inbox. You can find links to all of this at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. Do you ever travel and need to attend meetings back at the home office? With GoToMeeting.com, you can meet with the rest of your team, share screens, give each other demos, and even control each other's computers with only a web connection. You'll never have to miss a meeting again. You can get a 30-day free trial at GoToMeeting.com/podcast. This is Steve Robbins. If you have a question about how to work less and do more, email getitdone@quickanddirtytips.com or leave voicemail at 866-WORK-LESS. That's 866-WRKLESS. You can find this episode's transcript at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com with links to all the spam resources mentioned in this episode. If you want to help me write the Get It Done Guy book, Work Less and Do More, visit blog.steverobbins.com/getitdoneguy or follow me on Twitter by typing follow Get It Done Guy. Work less, do more, and have a great life.